welcome back to my channel. I'm Tenisha Tommila, and this is HONDADASH Films. Today, this is going to be a very special part of a three-part series. This is part 2 of the band members interviewed from Mime Palace, a REO Speedwagon / Pat Benatar tribute band. I've had the privilege of shadowing and filming for this past year. This interviews kind of get you guys to know, better to know the members for themselves as individuals rather than a whole. So I have the pleasure today of interviewing Stephen Strong, who is the bass player for the band, and Tenisha Tommila, who is the singer for the Invincible side of Mime Palace. So let's get to interviewing today. Now these questions are going to be generic, but some of them be personal. That way your fans can get to know you guys better as individuals. Okay, so let's get started today. The first question I have is, when and why did you start being musical?
When? Well, I got the first guitar for Christmas '84, so I was 15. The Ward Special, probably a $100 guitar. I still have. That got me started. What was the second part?
And why did you start playing?
Gene Simmons. Gene f***ing Simmons. Soon as I seen the spit and fire, I was all about that.
So why haven't you dressed like that on stage yet?
Dude, come on, have you seen me? And I don't have the tongue.
I started singing probably as soon as I was born. Been learning since I was in the womb. So kind of born into it.
Good thing to save her for that.
Yeah.
What instruments do you guys play?
Started off on harmonica. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world because you could carry it around. You didn't have to have a amp or nothing. So I started that. Plus my grandpa played it. That's what really got me started. And then I play bass. And then eventually, when you want to write songs, you can't write them all on a bass, so you pick up a guitar, and that's how I learned guitar.
I don't play anything anymore. I did play the violin for a while. But we have been talking about me rocking out a awesome triangle solo.
There you go. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to get closer to that. What was the very first tune you learned?
Mine that I can remember was Somewhere Out There. I rocked that duet with Dad. And probably a lot of Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
For me, I don't know, it was probably a blues tune because they were really easy to learn. I'm probably going to say like maybe a Stevie Ray Vaughan or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Don't remember exactly?
No, I don't really.
What musicians do you admire, and what were your main influences?
And as far as players, boy, Jaco Pastorius and guys like that who were just crazy good. They made you either want to play better or quit.
I've always liked Pat Benatar. That's why this is really awesome for me to be able to have this opportunity to do this. Well, I grew up with The Styx and Def Leppard and Scorpions and Heart and all that, so those have been my inspirations. And then lately has been Hailstorm and Evanescence.
Were you guys self-taught, or did you have some sort of teacher?
I personally have never taken a lesson. I learned from just listening to songs, actually. I didn't even know how to tune the bass probably for the first couple of months until I got a little pitchfork thing or pitch key. Figured out how to tune the bass, and then it was off after that. It was probably something blues, and then you just progress. One song leads to another. You get satisfied, and then you want more.
My teacher, my vocal coach was my dad, Will. Photo bomb. Oh. So he's been teaching me again since I was born. So I have him 24/7.
What is your fondest musical memory? Well, this could be anything between on stage or learning the first song, or just something that you think back first comes to mind what your fondest memory is.
When I was little, holding the microphone like this to my face, and my dad standing next to me and me singing like this, so that I thought nobody could hear me, but I was actually like this, singing my awesomeness of Somewhere Out There. So that's the one that sticks out in my mind, while wearing my poodle skirt. I rocked that poodle skirt.
Fondest? Oh boy. probably meeting Stevie Ray Vaughan, I guess, was a pretty cool moment, I guess. Maybe when you write your first song is another good moment. You never forget that. Even though it's probably the worst song you ever wrote, still you did something, it came from yourself.
Do you guys get nervous before shows?
I do. I don't know about anybody else, but then I have the backup of these amazing gentlemen to cover up when I'm nervous, so then I feed off of them and go from there. But yeah, start out nervous and with good feelings.
This is weird. I've been told this is weird. I've never been nervous.
Really?
Yeah,
Never.
Yeah, that's weird.
Even bigger the crowd, doesn't matter. But when you have to sing from one person to right in the same room, that makes me nervous. One-on-one, that's crowd, no problem. Bring it on.
How do you guys deal with mistakes during a performance?
I embrace them. It's a chance to learn not to do it again. Maybe, just work your way through it. Next time that part comes around or whatever, you're going to nail it.
You use it as a learning opportunity, and again, I got these amazing guys behind me so they can kind of cover up when I forget a word or sing the wrong note. I can stop singing, and then I got Dad's guitar.
How do you guys balance work and music, family, and the band?
No, I got no kids. I'm not married. I'm self-employed, so I get to set my own agenda. It's pretty cool. I've been pretty lucky to do that. Not a lot of people get to it.
I have 5 kids between myself and my boyfriend, and a full-time job. So it can be difficult sometimes, but I agree with my dad, and then having the support of your family, because if I didn't have my mom to be there to watch the kids for me for every rehearsal and be there for shows and stuff, and then have John's support at home with all the kids too, I wouldn't be able to be here. So it's huge when you have the support system of the family. Absolutely.
What advice do you guys have for people that are just starting out, trying to be musicians or have dreams or aspirations of being in a band and stuff? And be realistic too.
Mine's lame. It's if you're playing guitar, get a guitar stand and put that guitar on the stand. Don't ever put it in the case, because you'll never take it out of the case. I don't know. That was passed on to me, and I pass it on to anybody who's ever asking me what they should do starting off, and I highly recommend it, because you have to look at it.
Yeah,
you have to walk by it every day.
Yeah, so it's not out of sight, out of mind.
That's right.
My thing is pick something that you really like to do and you feel passionate about, because if you really feel it and you really want to get there, you're going to put that passion behind it and you're going to get out there and you're going to do it. Also the practice, because you start out nervous, and the more you practice it, the more it becomes a part of you, and so that comes out in your performance. So that would be my advice, is do what you love to do and give it your all.
Do you guys like being a part of Mind Palace?
It's awesome. I
Oh,
get to play
yeah.
with people I'd never played with before, so that's another thing that's always fun, is playing with people that you've never played with. Besides Dave, I've done a lot of stuff with Dave, but man, I meet a lot of good musicians out there. It's awesome.
So you guys feel the chemistry.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's nice being part of something where you have the two tributes right now with the REO and the PAC, but then we have our Mind Palace side where we can take something and make it our own. And that's the beauty of being a part of this group, is that everybody has so many ideas and we all work very well together.
What are you guys' plans for the future?
Play more music.
More
As
shows.
long as you
More
can.
shows.
More shows. Which we'll be having here real shortly, so you gotta stay tuned for that.
All right, so thank you so much for allowing me to take the time to sit down with you guys and have these questions, and so that your fans can get to know you guys better as individuals. So thank you very much, appreciate that. And as always, you can always check them out on their YouTube channel. I'll put the link down in the description down below. Also, they have their Facebook to keep an eye on that, so there's the upcoming shows. As a matter of fact, they do have an upcoming show here on the 7th at Shot Skis Woodland Fire in Salem, Oregon. They also have a show coming up on October 27th at the Regent Bar and Lounge in Longview, Washington, and that will be at 7 o'clock. You can also buy tickets for that. I'll put the links in the description down below for that as well. So thank you very much. I'm Taylor Tommila. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Also click the notification buttons. That way you're part of the notification squad.
Hey, thanks for taking a peek at our video. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us when we're out here on stage. Looking forward to seeing you out there. We've got 2 tribute bands, 1 REO and 1 Pat Benatar. So don't forget to subscribe below for anything we got coming up, right?
Exactly. Make sure you check out their Facebook too. I'll put the link in the description down below, and let you know when there are new shows in your area, and so you can come check them out. And as always, if you can't make their shows, we'll put their videos on YouTube for you to see.
Absolutely. And then like you said, any comments or anything that you can do to help us out, we appreciate it, and we're looking forward to seeing you out there.